In today's episode, I want to share with you a cool way to boost your vocabulary and become more fluent. Ready? Workshop this with me. What's up everyone? I'm Dina and this is Talk Workshop, which is all about helping you improve your English so that you feel confident and comfortable when speaking it. And the topic of today's short talk is binomial pairs. Binomials are commonly used by native English speakers because they are mostly catchy and easy to remember. They include a pair of words joined by a conjunction, usually and or are, but not necessarily. For example, ups and downs, which means a mixture of both good and bad things.
Strikes and gutters, ups and downs.
Do you have ups and downs without obvious reason?
Has his ups and downs, just like the rest of us.
Oh, please. Show me a family that doesn't have ups and downs.
I've had a crush on Serena with some ups and downs for over 2 years.
Short and sweet. Pleasantly brief and relevant.
Okay, guys, let's keep it short and sweet today. Anybody got anything new?
Short and sweet.
Morning, short and sweet.
Keep it short and sweet.
More or less. Mostly, nearly, or approximately.
More or less.
No more or less.
Not 1 second more or less.
I happen to be more or less particular who my gal marries.
This is more or less a dummy check.
The order of the words is usually fixed and they make a single chunk of English vocabulary, meaning you can't change the order of these phrases. For example, you can't say roll and rock. It's rock and roll. The order is fixed.
Let's rock and roll.
Now let's rock and roll.
We'll be right there.
Come on, let's rock and roll.
There are different types of binomials, synonyms, opposites, repetitions, rhyming and similar sounding words, and alliterations. Let's take a closer look at them. Synonymous pairs of words create several common English phrases. For example, bits and pieces, which means small things or objects of different kinds. It's natural to learn English by bits and pieces.
The bits and pieces you never bothered to put into words. From the bits and pieces I've put together, you know, from what you told me about your family, your mother and your dad.
You know anything?
I don't know much but bits and pieces. It's like you just pasted together these bits and pieces from your authoritative sources.
Just a box of bits and pieces.
Another one is plain and simple. It's used to emphasize that something is fundamentally true. Any good relationship is built on trust. It's plain and simple. It's a plain and simple fact.
Oil. Plain and simple.
Plain and simple, because that's where the cameras are.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Peace and quiet is used to describe a setting or period of time which is calm and without stress or distractions. I need some peace and quiet to focus on this project.
I want some peace and quiet.
A little peace and quiet will make everything better.
I know, but
Don't tell me you need peace and quiet.
Do with some peace and quiet around here.
You know, I took the night shift so I could get some peace and quiet.
Now, before we go any further, if you find this information useful, please consider sending this video to someone who might benefit from it, because it's word of mouth referrals like this that really help the channel grow. Pairs of words with opposite meaning make up other memorable English phrases. Take now or never. It means that something must be done immediately because if it isn't done right away, there won't be another chance to do it. Since you're watching this video, I'd say you might have decided it's now or never to learn English.
Guess it's now or never, home slice.
I mean, it's now or never, so.
I'll just tell you if you want.
If there are any allies to the resistance, it's now or never.
Now or never.
It's now or never.
Another opposite binomial pair is on and off. If something happens on and off during a period of time, it happens sometimes. I've been going to the gym on and off for the last few years.
Not the entire time, but on and off throughout.
The fluorescent light directly above us was faulty because it flickered on and off intermittently.
These people getting on and off, and we have no idea what floor we're watching.
Yeah.
So this place right here I've been watching for 6 months, on and off, and this is a good time to do it.
Sooner or later, which means eventually at some undetermined time in the not-too-distant future, is also very common. Sooner or later, you'll feel more confident when speaking English.
Sooner or later, they're going to come around asking me.
You're bound to hear us sooner or later. Ryan!
Sooner or later, this kind of thing was bound to happen.
Sooner or later, I might get to someone you do care about.
Sooner or later, someone pushes back.
There are pairs of words that use the same word twice, like again and again. We use this binomial to emphasize that something happens many times. I've told him again and again that he should start looking for a new job.
Visit us once and you'll come again and again.
I've been with thousands of men again and again.
We have respected Vatican territory, but it has been violated again and again.
Another good one is little by little. It means gradually. Little by little, I earned enough money to buy a house.
Little by little, we approached the border. Little by little, we fell in love.
But little by little, I made him see that I respected him.
My father's back wasn't bowed all at once, but little by little each year.
All in all is used to summarize when you look at every aspect of a situation. All in all, learning English is quite exciting.
But all in all, the prognosis is good.
All in all, not a bad guy.
All in all, I had a very happy childhood.
All in all, they were like me. Pretty confused.
All in all, I would have to say you're probably the least impressive witness I've ever seen.
Some expressions use words that start with the same letter or letters. It's called alliteration. You can see alliteration in the following phrases. Safe and sound. You say that someone is safe and sound when they are still alive or unharmed after being in danger. He got into a car accident, but luckily he's safe and sound.
Got her beached in the North Inlet, safe and sound.
We're safe and sound.
Well, here I am, safe and sound.
You'll be happy to hear that everyone's safe and sound.
Another good example of alliteration is friend or foe. It is an ally or enemy. When you don't know if you can trust a person, you can describe them as friend or foe.
And most importantly, are they friend or foe?
Friend or foe?
Friend or foe? It didn't make no difference now.
Is he friend or foe?
Friend or foe? Friday, master.
Rules and regulations speaks for itself. Do you follow rules and regulations all the time?
But nowadays, with all the new rules and regulations, I can't get decent staff anymore.
Well, I know this is a bother at a time like this, Mr. Piccolo, but hospitals have rules and regulations, you see.
All the rules and regulations of what you need to do, because I'd love to come and wake up with you. All right.
Rules and regulations of Sugar Bush up here. Yep.
Just a series of rules and regulations laid down by one class to oppress another.
Some binomial pairs use words that rhyme or sound similar, as in fair and square. Use this phrase to describe something that is achieved honestly and without unfair methods. I can win fair and square.
It's on my shoulders, fair and square.
Because that's fair and square.
You won fair and square.
They stole it fair and square.
Hold on a second, Tim. I won this trophy fair and square.
Out and about. It means to go out and do different things. I'm afraid we can't look after a kid on Saturday because we will be out and about the whole day.
It was a pleasant surprise to see you out and about.
Oh, she's out and about somewhere.
Everyone was out and about this fine morning.
Wine and dine is to entertain by having good food and drinks. We like to wine and dine potential clients when we're on business trips.
Hello, welcome to the Wine and Dine Bistro.
Uncle pays me absurdly to stay on board his gorgeous train and far away from him at the Home Office, consigned to wine and dine handsome officials for all eternity.
Our inside man says Hamilton put it in after-hours wine and dine.
In fact, it's costing me quite a pretty penny to wine and dine you in such fashion, so I hope you're appreciative of it.